Yorkshire derby, but there is a thinking this could be the time. So close back in September. That late Jordan Rhodes goal gave Rovers an equaliser. Could this be Burnley's day? Burnley in claret and blue, Rovers in their traditional strip, blue and white halves, red numbers on blue and white half shirts, white shorts, blue socks. Burnley of course in claret and blue. The table as it stands, Leicester are top with 74 points, Burnley have got 66, both played 33. Derby in third have played a game more on 61 points. Queen's Park Rangers in fourth have played 33, they've got 60. They won at Birmingham yesterday by 2 goals to 0. Forest are fifth, they've played 34 games and got 55 points. Reading are sixth, played 34 games with 52. Wigan are seventh, played 32, so I've got 2 games in hand on a few sides with 52 points. I mean, that looks really good for the Clarets right now.
It does, that's why it takes the pressure off a little bit today. Even if it doesn't go quite right, like we said earlier, there's still a great opportunity for Clarets to get promoted. Got some massive games coming up, and just a point or 3 points a day would be huge.
Points would be massive, wouldn't it? Going to Birmingham on Wednesday, at home against Leeds next Saturday. What a massive game that's going to be at Turf Moor. Paul Weller alongside me for Clarets player. We're a minute or 2 away from kick-off. The skippers are going to meet in the middle. You sense this could be the day.
We do, everybody sensed that. We hope and we pray that something happens today. The opportunity's there for the Clarets. We just hope something trivial doesn't happen. The referee doesn't get involved. Something stupid just falls today. We need professional players out there, 11 and working hard and doing nothing silly.
You don't want any sending offs today. You want to keep 11 on there. A word about the fans. They're fantastic, aren't they, this season?
They've always been superb ever since I came in '91. The Burnley fans and alongside the BO, I remember the days where they really got behind them, and they do. The following today is just superb again, but it's time after time those fans just keep getting behind the players.
Yeah, minute or 2 away from kick-off. Mike Dean's our referee. Third time he's done the fixture, he'll know all about it. Burnley will get us underway, attacking the Blackburn end. Blackburn Rovers against Burnley, live from Ewood Park. Burnley will get us underway, attacking right to left. Mike Dean just having another look at his watch. Burnley 4 wins out of the last 5. In second spot, 5 points clear of Derby. Desperate to get more points today. We're underway at Ewood Park. Michael Duff squares it for Ben Mee to get it forward. Header won at the back comfortably by Keene. That's his first touch. Ball forward. This will test Keene. Chasing it is Innings. Just bounced awkwardly for him. Might still fall for Burnley, but Hanley's done well. Won the challenge. It's with Tommy Spur on that left-hand side. He's looking long. Chase here for Varney. To it first is Trippier. Concedes the throw. Gone for Varney up front, looking maybe to test us for pace at the back.
Yeah, they look to try and get behind the back four quite a bit. I think when I've seen Burnley play over the last few months, they're a little bit slow, like the ball played in front. So whether Burnley drop off just because they're worried about Varney, but he's a threat behind, definitely.
Yeah, he's got that little bit of pace, hasn't he? Tommy Spur's got a long throw. He's on that left-hand side. Inside the first minute here at Ewood Park. Tommy Spur will deliver this into the box, I think. A little bit of trouble, he's on that far side. He's just been told just to wait before he takes the throw. Not quite sure what's happened over there.
I think there's some sort of cock ball there. What is it? Yeah, the chicken. Yeah, it's on the pitch, and Mike Dean wants to get it caught before we play on.
Yeah. Mike Dean's over there just watching it. It's about to fly away. Happened here last year. Happened again. You'd have thought the stewards had been on training all week. But there's a chicken on the pitch, just holding up play inside the first minute. Somebody needs to grab hold of it. It's going to be Spur with the throw. It's on the touchline now. Burnley can't afford to let that affect their concentration here. Former Doncaster player Tommy Spur with the throw. He was at centre-back last week against Bolton. And he'll deliver this now into the Burnley box. Everybody on their toes. Mike Dean's ready. Allows play to continue. Burnley have got to keep the concentration here. Throw coming in from Spur. Movement inside the box. He's got this long throw. It's a little bit too high on that occasion. Burnley have got a head on it. Arthur to try and battle and win it again. Here's Spur again, the taker. Trying to get to the byline. He's overrun that. And that'll be a goal kick. The throw was a real anticlimax after the delay.
It was, yeah, it was a poor throw, but good one for Burnley. But Burnley are back there defending in numbers. Arfield's back there helping Trippier out, making Spur have a little bit of a heavy touch and forcing the ball out for a goal kick.
Yeah, goal kick to the Clarets. Played 2.5 minutes. There might have even been a minute delay in that. Very tense atmosphere. Tom Heaton with the kick. Might be the biggest game he's played in. Was in the Carling Cup final, of course, with Cardiff. That might just eclipse today. Had a one at the back by Rovers. Will it break for Trippier? Not quite. Some Volks just putting his boot back on, I think. Clearance from Spurt. Duff to win the header. Good, firm, strong header towards the halfway line. Dunn to take it down. Trying to get at Burnley. Through the middle here, David Dunn. Releases a pass. Trippier should be first to that. Wants it to run out of play. He's got the goal kick. Correct decision from Mike Dean. Trippier did well. You worry about David Dunn a little. He does so well in these fixtures.
You do. He's a threat all the time. It was a great little ball in between the centre half and Trippier there. And Trippier done very, very well. He wasn't sure whether the player was going to come around the outside, but in the end he played it off the Blackburn player, and Burnley a goal kick.
Yeah, goal kick to the Clarets. Going to be taken by Tom Heaton. He's looking towards Sam Volks, of course. Ready one at the back by Keene. Flick on from Rhodes. Finds Dunn, just operating behind the front two, I think. David Dunn got the ball at his feet. Then you've got to get close to him. Ball into the box. Header one, just wide of the target, I think, in the end. But it's a save from Heaton, moving to his left-hand side. Rhodes got the header on. Might have been going wide, but Tom Heaton did well.
He did very well. He wasn't much on the ball. Rhodes just got a little flick down in the bottom corner. But David Dunn is the one to watch at the moment. He's playing just off Rhodes with Arnie out on the left-hand side. So we've just got to make sure that one of the defenders picks him up and the midfield two protect him.
Yeah, it's almost a front three, isn't it, as Paul said. Touch forward again for Dunn, seeing a lot of the ball early on here, David Dunn. Blocked off by Michael Duff. Duff contests the decision. Mike Dean's got no doubts. David Dunn is fouled, and that'll be a free kick. What a good 35-40 yards from goal. But at the minute, David Dunn's seeing a lot of the ball.
He is. He's just picking it up in between the midfield and the defenders at the moment. So we've got to make sure that the defenders are very, very aware. Duff was very aware on that occasion there. He came out to meet Dunn, but Dunn just went past him and he got body checked. But Marnie and Jones have got to try and help out as much as they can and protect that back four.
Absolutely. Let's see what Rovers can do with the free kick. Just looking to get it into the mix to try and test the Clarets. Delivery to come into the Burnley box now. Clipped in there. Burnley need to get a head on it. Who's it come off? It's a corner. First corner of the game goes to Blackburn Rovers. And maybe they've started the better of the two.
They have. They've started very lively. They're just putting it in there, causing a few problems. But Burnley have got to be on their guard because they've been a little bit susceptible over the last few months to corners. So they've got to make sure that they mark up. At the moment, they've got a few people just marking space. Space doesn't score goals, so they've got to pick up a blue and white shirt.
Conway again, gone towards the near post. Burnley one attempt to get it away. Danny Ings will hack it away now towards the halfway line. Burnley will try and put pressure on the Rovers back line. It's going back to Robinson. Started the better of the two then, Rovers. And Robinson will get it forward. Looking towards Varney. Jumps with Trippier. Just beyond them. Down that left-hand side. Trippier being tested here. Driving towards the box. Is that a foul by Trippier? No, Mike Dean having none of it. And he will clear his lines comfortably here. Looking long through the middle for Ings. Ings battling to win a header with Hanley. Henley with the clearance, but only as far as David Jones against his former club. Looking for Arfield. Overhit a little. That'll be a throw to Blackburn. You just need Burnley to get the ball down now and start playing a bit of their football.
Yeah, Jones just tried to play it a little bit too early there. He had time on the ball. In the middle of the pitch, there was a little bit more space than he thought, and he's just trying to get the wingers involved, which is understandable. Arfield and Kitely have got to try and get involved and get the ball down and give Burnley a little bit of possession.
Boyes pulled off a little bit of a surprise here. Didn't expect David Dunn that far forward. Varney on the left-hand side, as Paul said. Conway on the right-hand side. Burnley just maybe tested by that a little. Here's Kitely up against Spurt, going backwards though. He'll go back to his keeper. Comfortable enough. Rhodes will put pressure on Heaton. Clearance from Heaton. Got some good distance on it. Taken down though by the Rovers back line. Low under pressure, loses out. That's what Burnley do well. Here's Innings driving through the middle. Uses Arfield. Arfield into the box here for Scott Arfield. Looking to have a shot. Oh, this has gone in. It has. The flag is up, is it? Sam Volks, it'll be ruled out. Shot. Sam Volks got a touch on it, but he must have been in an offside position. We'd want to see that again after 7 minutes. Goal ruled out for Sam Volks.
Yeah, it was good play from Ings. Ings held the ball up really well, brought Arfield into the game superbly on the left-hand side. He went to go for a shot, but just dragged it across the 6-yard box for Volks. Volks was just...
Oh, it looks close. Just off, we think. Just off, we think, but it was close. Flick on here towards Rhodes. Meal clear it on the left foot. Better from Burnley. Henley to win the header. Next one is Shackles. Jones under pressure himself, loses out. It's frantic stuff out there. Touched on here to Henley. Gets it back, the youngster. Uses Grant Hanley, the skipper, for Henley again. Both sides pressuring so much. Hanley with the clearance. He's found the ball through the middle for Dunn. Been involved in a lot of the action early on, David Dunn. Ball inside for Lowe. Lowe to spread it for Spur. Spur under pressure immediately again from Kitely. Kitely's won it. Frantic stuff in the derby. Here's Trippier. Trippier looking long for Volks. Had that goal choked off moments ago. Keene to win the header. Flicked on as well here, but here's Marnik to win it. Touches it forward for Kitely. Back for Trippier. Burnley starting to get the ball down a little here. Ainge has broken through. Chance for Ainge here inside the box. Hooks it back inside. It's behind everybody. There's cover here. Conway will get it away. Winger will clear his lines. Under pressure here from Arfield. Goes back to his keeper. That was a little risky, but Robinson's done well with it. Put it away nicely. Flick on from Rhodes. Finding Dunn. Keeping 3 up Rovers. Quite adventurous. Varney on that left-hand side. Looking to run now at Trippier. Varney inside the box. Looking to pull the trigger. It's a good block from Trippier. And that will be a goal kick. Came off Varney last of all. But it's been a frantic first 9 minutes.
It certainly has. Good defending again from Trippier out there, because Varney's a bit of a handful. The only worry at the moment for Burnley is that the ball keeps going up to David Dunn or Rhodes at the moment, and it's going up too easily. Duff and Shackle need to be in there, need to make sure they can't bring the ball down, because once they do that, they're bringing other blue and white shirts in, which is causing problems.
Yes. Yeah, I think they've sort of caught us out a little bit with getting Dunn that far forward.
Maybe. I think Sean Dyche would be very aware they had the option of either playing Varney up there or playing Dunn out on the wing, but I think it's quite a solid 4-4-2 with Dunn just sat behind it.
Ball gone back to Robinson on his left-hand side. Clearance wasn't his best, favours his right foot. Here's Kitely on that far side, running at them, trying to get towards the byline, but numbers are going to cut him out here. It's it against Kitely. That'll be a goal kick for Rovers. Played 10 minutes, Blackburn Rovers 0, Burnley 0. Whoa, we could have done with that goal. It was chalked off.
We could have done. It was literally only a few inches offside. But I'm very surprised at the moment by Burnley. Kitely has done very, very well. He's working hard. Back with Trippier at the same time going forward. The only doubt coming into this game was how the wide men would really get involved in this game, because it seems to be very central at the moment. But Kitely's trying his best.
Yeah, working hard in those wide areas. Always got options on the bench to change it. The gaffer, that's come off Trippier. Goal kick from Robinson. Jumped to win the header, just clipped off his head. And that'll be a throw on that far side to Rovers, with Spur taken quickly. Back with the former Sheffield Wednesday defender. Hooks it forward right-footed. Easy one for Michael Duff. Duff to take it down. Wasn't booked up with that foul undone. Marnie touches it on to Kitely. Back to Trippier, still inside the Burnley half. Again for Marnie for Kitely. Back to Trippier, looking early here, Trippier. Looking to try and find Arfield perhaps here. Will take it down. Henley was a little unsure. Stab forward towards Volks. Touch back nightly for Kitely. Kitely to get a ball in here. It's blocked by Spur, the near post. Got men in the middle, but Kitely looking to try and deliver across. Spurs won the challenge and will hack the ball away towards the halfway line, but taken down nicely here by Trippier. He'll drive forward. Oh, what a ball that is for Danny Ings in space. Volks in the middle if he can find him. It's behind him, in fact, but it'll go beyond just about every Burnley attacker, and in the end hacked away again by Conway. But what a ball that was from Trippier to pick out Ings.
Yeah, superb. Get Trippier on the ball and he makes things happen. He's trying to get the ball behind the back foot constantly, and Ings is the willing runner. Unfortunately there, Volks and Arfield just made the wrong run, and Danny just couldn't quite pick any of them out.
Somebody have hung back, it could have been interesting. Here's Marnie from the throw, looking for Trippier again. That's why they put Varney on that left-hand side, I think. Have a runner on Trippier just to try and keep him quiet. It's a good ball again, looking for Volks. Defended it enough, I think. Volks hooks it back in, it's gone out of play. Ings has won the header, but the flag's gone up. They've gone out of play. Volks couldn't quite keep it in. But again, as sides do, they look a little scared of Volks and Ings.
They would do. I think anybody would be scared of those two. But Burnley are going quite direct at the moment. They're trying to pick out Volks or trying to get in behind the back four. They know that they're going to be very weak behind there at the moment. Blackburn aren't the best at dealing with these crosses. They just showed when Arfield nicked in. But if you keep peppering that back four, I'm sure they'll cave in soon.
Burnley would hope there's goals in the game for them, but hang on, here's Conway looking to find Dunn. Hooked it forward. Burnley only failed to score 5 times in the league this season. Conway with a flick on. Mees won it. He's helped it on towards Rhodes through the middle. Rhodes looking for support. Jones trying to get close to him. It's with Jason Lowe. Helped on here by Evans. Evans gets it back, just hooks it forward. Easy one for Trippier. Ball inside for Marnik. Steady enough. Here's Michael Duff. Is he looking long here? Tried to pick out Jones, given away. That was a little sloppy. Burnley got him on the guard here, but Trippier first to that one. It was a poor ball. It's an opportunity there for Rovers. They couldn't pick out David Dunn there.
No, but they need to know their players, because if you're trying to put the ball in behind Burnley's back four for David Dunn, he's not the paciest of players. He's good on the ball, but he's not great running onto the ball.
He needs to be at his feet. And I think they were looking for him to run behind the defence, as Paul said. It's not going to happen. Burnley goal kick, goalless here at Ewood Park. Blackburn 0, Burnley 0. Heaton with the goal kick. Looking through the middle for Volks. There's Marnie, sent off in his whole days against Blackburn. Touch it forward. Arfield's got a chase on here with the youngster Henley. Henley got there just about. It'll be a Burnley throw. Looking to take it quickly, Scott Arfield. What a season he's had. We'll leave it for Ben Mee. Ben Mee with the throw. Finds Jones. Back to Mee. Mee hooks it forward for Arfield. Can Arfield deliver across? Gets it back to Mee. Back to deliver on his right foot here. Has done. Has he picked out a man? It's headed away though by Varney. Next head is Jones. Here's Trippier in space. Can he deliver the cross here? He's looking towards that near post. Flipped on and wide of the target from Ings. He applauds the delivery. It was just a little bit behind him.
It was, he could have had a touch, but every opportunity Burnley are getting, they're looking to get the ball in the box, whether to Danny Ings' feet or to Volks in the air. And Blackburn are struggling to deal with that at the moment, so they've got to keep doing that, keep doing what they're good at. When you've got someone like Volks in the box, you've got to keep giving them the opportunities.
You've got to go direct to an extent, haven't you? Because that's what Sam Volks wants. Goal kick with Robinson, former Leeds United player, of course. Big kick from him. Duff to try and win. It's flicked on by Marnik. Next head is Shackles. Rovers trying to take it down on that far side, and it's going to be a Burnley throw on the halfway line. Spurt couldn't get there. It's with Trippier. Trippier to deliver the throw. It's going to look for Sam Volks, I would imagine here. Just a pause in the game as Trippier takes his time. Looking towards Volks. Going to win the header. Marnie to the loose ball and done well with it. Trying to drive forward. Should be an easy clearance for Hanley. He's got it out of play. Another Burnley throw. Cleric settled into the game a little now.
Yeah, it's calmed down a little bit. The first 15 minutes of the football game is all hush-hush. Everyone's trying to run around and work each other out, and I think everyone's just settled down. Jones and Marnie are just a little bit more...
It's interesting. Arfield with a header just over the bar. He got away from Henley. It was a good crossing from Trippier. The youngster at right back looked a little susceptible there.
It is that diagonal ball, whether it's to Volks or even out as far as Arfield. The right back at the moment is not managing to cope with either of them, so they've got to keep doing that. The Trippier is the key man at the moment.
Preferred to Todd Kane, which is a little bit of a surprise. Adam Henley's American-born, Welsh under-21 international, but struggling just a little bit. Arfield got away from him there. There's a clash of heads here. Michael Duff's gone down holding his forehead. Jump with, I think, Varney. Michael Duff's taken the bang. How well has he done this season? 36 now, Michael Duff.
Superb, isn't he? Superb warrior out there, and great leader at the back. He's got a good partner in Shackle as well, and I think they've done absolutely superb. You need a little bit of that. You need some experience in that team. You know, you've got it in the middle of the midfield as well, so vital, absolutely vital for Burnley.
Michael Duff back to his feet, just taking a bang to the head. He's seen plenty of those in his time, I would imagine. Tom Heaton with the free kick inside the Burnley half. Looking towards Sam Volks. Header one at the back by Keene. Next header's Conway. He's got that forward to Dunn. Dunn driving into the Burnley half. He's got Rhodes ahead of him. Looking for Rhodes all the time here. Dunn. Shackle's got a challenge in. Wins it. Breaks for Varney though. Just outside the box for Varney. Has a shot and he skied it. Wasn't a great effort in the end. But again, it's David Dunn running with the ball. That's going to be the problem.
It is, but I think they've cooked very, very well. They didn't back off too far. Shackle came and met the problem, dealt with Dunn. Unfortunately for Shackle, it came off his shin and ricocheted out to Varney. But you know what Varney's about. He wants to come on his right foot, and Trippier done very, very well to narrow the angle and cause him to make the error.
Yeah, David Dunn played in those games when you were in the Burnley side, when we were promoted from the third tier. He's doing really well to extend his career. Not entirely sure he's 100% fit, but he's playing well. Here's Heaton with the kick, looking for Volks. Header won by Hanley. He was a key player for them today. Again, not sure he's 100% fit, but patched up and sent out there. Here's Ben Mee with the throw. 17 minutes on the watch. Blackburn Rovers 0, Burnley 0. It's with me. Looking for Volks, trying to flick it on for Ings. Here's David Jones to head it forward for Arfield. Blocked by the defender. Jones to try and win the next ball. It's a long ball though for Rhodes. Rhodes looking to stretch Duff. He's got a chance here, Jordan Rhodes. It's it. It's a poor effort in the end. Just trying to get behind the Burnley defence. Hit it into the ground. And that looked, dare I say it, a man out of form.
It did, yeah. Well, I'm not sure what foot he kicks with, but that was his left foot and it looks a very, very tame effort. But he does look lively. He managed to get the ball down with his head and managed to get it past Duff, so he looks a bit of a threat still, so got to be careful.
Yeah, it's a shrewd move, I think, from Gary Bowyer to play him just behind Rhodes, done behind Rhodes. Varney left-hand side where Trippier is. Trippier wins this though against Varney. Crowd not happy with that. Here's Jones, stabs it forward for Arfield. Love him driving through the middle, and that's where he is now as he picked out Ings. Might still fall for Ings, not quite. Hacked away in the end. Header one here by Michael Duff, finds Trippier. Trippier a key man today, I think. So good instigating attacks. Clips this ball forward for Ings, a willing runner down that right-hand side. Ings has got support, touches it inside nicely for Marnik. Marnik looking to get a ball in. He's overhit that a little. Won't find Volks with that. And that'll go behind for a goal kick. I mean, there'll be nerves involved. Are players nervous on days like this? Does it go as soon as you've kicked off?
It goes as soon as you kicked off. Doesn't matter how many people are in the stadium, you just concentrate on what's out there, all you can do. There's a little bit of nerves, but a lot of players are very professional. They've been in this occasion before. They've played big derby games for other clubs, not just Burnley versus Blackburn. So I'd imagine they'll take it in their stride. Now we're into the 19th, 20th minute. Nerves are completely gone, and it's now about the quality on the ball and who can be composed.
Yeah, it's a header won by Michael Duff again. Here's Hanley, stabs it forward, looking for Rhodes. Duff to win the header. Shackle will just guide this back to his keeper. Easy one for Tom Heaton. Not too many clear-cut chances so far. Volks with that offside goal on 7 minutes. Rhodes with the header saved comfortably by Heaton. Might have been going wide. There's Heaton to kick it outside the D. Looking for Volks. Gets a touch on that. This is Tommy Spurs to win under pressure from Kitely. Kitely's nicked it off him. Chance here for Burnley maybe. Ings with a shot, but that's dragged wide of the target. But again, it's all about putting pressure on defenders. And Michael Kitely did well there.
Yeah, defending from the front from Burnley. Michael Kitely didn't quite read the flick on from Volks, but once the Blackburn fullback had the touch, Kitely was there in his face, causing problems, forced him to make a mistake. It went to Danny Ings, but unfortunately Danny's just dragged the shot wide of the post.
Yeah, it was an opportunity. Really good work from Kitely. Remains goalless here at Ewood Park. Paul Robinson, good to see him back in action. Some real illness and injury problems last year. Hard done buying an England shirt for me. Good kick from him. Flick on, finds Rhodes, but easy one for Trippier to take down. Trippier looking long, left-footed. There's an offside flag there is against Ings. They do play a high line, Blackburn. I do wonder if that's dangerous when Danny Ings is on the pitch.
Yeah, they play the high line, and very surprising when they've got the little paces they have. Danny's just got to keep doing that though, because it will come. They will get their opportunity. It's the same with the crosses in the box. Marnie put one in the box. It was just a little bit too long for Volks, but keep doing that because Blackburn are running scared.
Burnley at Birmingham on Wednesday. A troubled club at the minute under Lee Clark, and they're at home against Leeds next Saturday. So it's 3 games, 3 big games in 6 days. Robinson with the ball forward from the free kick. Looking for Varney. Burnley've got a head on that. Trippier will have to clear it to prevent the corner. Has done. Got some distance on it. Volks to jump with Keene. Keene won that header. Helped on here by Lowe. Varney to touch it on. Done to find it in a bit of space here. Gets away from Michael Duff. Edge of the box. He's looking for support. Gets it from the youngster Adam Henley. Wearing 27 at right back. Uses Conway. Conway can deliver across both feet. He's got a ball in there. Burnley should get it away. Not quite. Rhodes will fancy a shot here. Wide of the target. Inside the D. Burnley didn't quite clear the lines. But Rhodes ready to pounce. In the end, thankfully, well wide of the target.
Yeah, well wide of the target. But Burnley are just dropping off a little bit too deep there. I don't know why. Whether they're worried of Rhodes' aerial threat. I didn't think they'd be too concerned. But they found themselves way too deep in the area, in line with the penalty spot at some point, and that gives Rhodes the opportunity to get a strike away. So he needs to try and get that back for as high up the pitch as possible.
Just got to watch him, I think, because he does score goals. Here's Trickier to take the goal kick short. Just peeling back to take it off Tom Heaton. Will go long himself, I think. Don't think Volks will get there. He will do. Just gets a touch on that. Holds this ball up nicely, Volks. Gets it forward. It's Ben Mee. This was unfortunate. It was really good work until he hit Ben Mee in the chest. Throw to Blackburn. Henley with it, finds Dunn. Will he last 90 minutes? Not sure. Henley to get it forward. Here's Shackle to take it down. The Burnley skipper. Scored here last season, of course. Marnik to help it on to the danger man, Trippier. Trippier just clips it forward, looking for Kitely. Spurt to it first, and that'll be a throw to Burnley. Inside the Rovers half, with Kieran Trippier. Waiting for options. David Jones comes to help him. Was at Rovers, of course, last season. Can't find it back. Ball forward to Rhodes. Rhodes to touch it back here now. And the breaking in numbers, Blackburn. Helped onto this right-hand side for Conway. Conway to try and deliver across, perhaps, if he can. Henley's gone beyond him. Ball inside for Lowe. Jason Lowe gets a delivery in there. Rhodes to take it down. Chance for Rhodes. He scored. Rovers have got the opener. And guess who? It's Jordan Rhodes on 24 minutes. Given too much room. Paul mentioned that moments ago. Jordan Rhodes has ended his barren spell. He's got the goal. Blackburn Rovers 1, Burnley 0. There were plenty of warnings. Jordan Rhodes with the goal.
You could see it coming every time Blackburn get the ball in the box. They're picking it up with their feet, and Burnley are defending far too deep. They need to get on the edge of the area and let the ball come into their heads. But Rhodes managed to bring the ball down. He had a touch and a shot without a claret shirt in his face. So Burnley have got to defend much better than that.
It was a good finish, to be fair. Inside Heaton's right-hand post. His third goal against the Clarets. Scored against us for Huddersfield as well. And Burnley have got it all to do. Trail here by a goal to nil. Not used to going behind the Clarets. Header won here by Hanley. Next one is Volks, away by Keene. Into the centre circle for Rhodes again. We knew he was the danger man. He's got 9 games without a goal, and he's ended that run. Spur with the ball forward. Trickier to jump and win the header. That's lifted the home crowd. Oh, Jones caught. Nasty challenge here. And that'll be a free kick. I think Lowe to Keene. Just dived into his man when he went up for the header. Burnley free kick. This is where we'll see the character of the Clarets now.
Yeah, big test for everybody now, isn't it? Just to see if they're going to buckle under or they're going to actually man up here a little bit. I think it starts with the back four. The back four have really got to sort themselves out, especially the two centre-halves. They need to give Rhodes a bit of a kick and say, look, we're in a game here.
Jones to try and win it here. Fair according to Mike Dean. Drives forward Conway. Got a touch on that Mee, but it's Rhodes again to collect. Back to goal. He's seen a lot of the ball. Here's Conway, right-hand side, looking to test Ben Mee. Get towards the byline, deliver across. Not the best. Into the side, and he hits it. The defender. Corner to Rovers. And all of a sudden, Burnley are struggling a touch.
They are. Rovers have got their tails up at the moment. They're confident team at the moment. But it's all down to Rhodes. He seems to be picking up absolutely everything. And the midfielders, or the two centre-halves, have really got to rattle him. Let him know he's in a game. Make sure he's looking over his shoulder every time he touches the ball.
Corner to Rovers, down this right-hand side, delivered by Conway, in there, header away by the Clarets by Volks. Will it break in the middle of the park for Rovers? Back in there, looking for Conway, he's onside. He'll get a chance to deliver here, the lad on loan from Cardiff. He's trying to tease Ben Mee, does get a ball in. Shackle with the header away. Next header won by Kitely, he's on the chase here. Low to it first, go all the way back to Robinson. Rovers leading here by a goal to nil. Jordan Rhodes with the goal. Made his debut for Ipswich against Burnley as a sub. Roy Keane let him go. Since then he's just not stopped scoring goals. Clearance from Duff. Hanley to win the next header. Might break here for David Jones to win ahead again. Flipped on from Innings. Can't find Arfield. He battles to try and win it, Kitely, in fact. Kitely's moved to this left-hand side. He's caught his man here. That'll be a free kick. Mike Dean won't overreact. He's not that type of referee. He's caught Conway. But it's something and nothing. It's just a free kick, nothing more than that.
No, typical fans nowadays want a yellow card for every single challenge. It was just a coming together. We just tripped him up, and an obvious free kick. But like you say, the referee very calm in these occasions and the right thing. Have a little word with Kitely and play on.
Just a quick chat, isn't it, with Michael Kitely? They've swapped wings. Arfield's gone the right-hand side. Kitely left-hand side. Burnley trailing here by a goal to nil. 27 minutes on the watch. Robinson to replace the ball nearer the touchline. Burnley one down here. Robinson to take it. Certainly the noise is coming from the Rovers ends at the minute. Got a long, long way to go. Robertson doesn't think Innings is 10 yards. The referee's just going to move Innings back a pace or two. And we're right now, we're ready to go. Robinson with the delivery. Big punt into the Burnley box. Header one, but it's Heaton's. Comfortable one for Heaton. He'll look to release this quickly, will he? He's got Ings up, he's got Volks up as well. Looking to find Ings. Ings takes it down neatly. Under pressure. Come away with the ball though. With Keene. Touch back to Spurt. Spurt to get it forward, hit against his man. Will it break in the middle for Volks? Had to head it away, Robinson. In a slight panic. Here's Ings to collect the ball. Now look like a ball to me. Clearance in the end from Spurt. He's got it some distance. Shackle to head it back to his keeper. Burnley've got to control things now. Get the ball down and play football.
Yeah, just got to calm it down a little bit. It's gone to that 100-mile-an-hour sort of game again. You've just got to get a little bit of composure. There's a lot of room out there to play. You've just got to be a bit more composed and go wide a little bit more. Be a little bit more patient on the ball.
Hanley with the header back to his keeper, Paul Robinson. Got the lead then here. Blackburn Rovers, they lead by a goal to nil. Burnley have got to come from behind. Won't be easy. Kick from Robinson through the middle. There's a foul here. I think Luke Varney's jumped into his man. Free kick to the Clarets. Burnley scored first 21 times in the league this season, not today. Rovers got the first goal, and that'll be disappointing for the lads. It's gone wide here towards Marnik. He's clipped it forward and Trippier's got behind the defence here. Chance for Burnley, just stood up for him a little. Couldn't get the cross he wanted in there. Is that touch behind? It is. First corner for Burnley. Trippier got in space, didn't find the cross he wanted perhaps.
Well, it's the first time Trippier's actually got beyond the back four himself. He's the one normally making the pass, but this time Trippier got there. The ball just held up in the grass and forced him to play the ball first time, and there wasn't a Claret shirt on the back of it.
Chance for Burnley though from the corner. Michael Kitely to deliver. Mike Dean across just to the touchline. What's it just placing, I think, or touching the quadrant. He only has to touch the quadrant. Kitely just replaces it again. Plenty in the middle to aim at. Everybody back for Blackburn. Kitely to deliver. It's gone in there. Half headed away. Haven't got it properly cleared though. Ings looking to take it down here. The ball bounced awkwardly for him. Trying to dink it in. Hacked away in the end by Rovers. Me to try and take it down. He's under pressure here now, me. Oh, it's an awkward back pass for Tom Heaton. The keeper's got that under control. No worries for Heaton. He'll help it on to Trippier. Burnley looking desperately to get back in the game here. Trailing by a goal to nil. It's with Kieran Trippier. Finds David Jones. Back to Trippier. Knocked inside for Michael Duff. He'll go long here, Duff. Looking to try and pick out Sam Volks. Wins a header against Henley. Henley to win the next header though. Will it break for Ben Mee? Good touch. Gets it wide for Volks. Inside for Jones. Jones back for Shackle. Rovers working hard. David Dunn closing Shackle down. Ball forward. Looks for Volks. Can he win it? He can. It's come off Henley. It'll be a Burnley throw. Henley thinks it's his. Showed a little bit of an experience there. Hasn't given the ball away quickly. This will be a Burnley throw. Almost level with the Blackburn penalty area. Nice turn from Kitely. Picks out his man in Marnik. Marnik on for Trippier. Trippier to go back inside for Marnik. Men in the middle to aim at if he wants. Uses Jones. Wide again for Trippier. They're closing Trippier down every time he gets the ball in those situations. Wins the next header though, Trippier. Marnik can't get hold of that ball. It's gone out of play. It'll be a Burnley throw just inside the Rovers half. Crowd not giving the ball back too quickly. There's already going to be a little bit of added time with the chicken on in the first minute. Here's Trippier with the throw, looking towards Volks. Flick on from Volks, trying to find Ings, getting close to Ings to stop him winning the flick on. Here's Varney. Varney to hook it forward. It's come off Marnik. Touch from Jones, not his best. One in the end by Rovers. It's Michael Duff to take it down. Did well. Really good first touch. Hooks it wide for Trippier. His clearance is blocked. Shackle to win the next ball. Ball inside again here for Dunn. Dunn running at his men here inside the box here. David Dunn. Chance for David Dunn. Does he go down here? Oh, he could have done maybe. Maybe that was a let-off for the Clarets. Ball forward towards Volks. Can't take it under control. Easy one for Keene. He squares it for Henley. Henley to get it forward. Easy one for Duff. Just wonder if there was a penalty shout in there.
No, not at all. I think it was a great little mazy from David Dunn. He was doing very well, keeping the ball. But in the end, he was trying to overcompensate by pushing the Claret lad away. But in the end, he just fell over himself. There's no clear penalty claim from David himself.
No, he didn't appeal too much, did he? Header away by Shackle. Next header one here by Lowe. Finds Conway. He's a dangerous character. Me to it. And back to his keeper. 32 minutes on the watch. Rovers have got that lead. 24 minutes. Scored by Jordan Rhodes. His 17th of the season. Draws level with Sam Volks on league goals. Michael Duff to take this down. Burnley desperate to get back in it. Trying to pick out Ings on that right channel. Does those runs so well. Touch back here to Kitely. Kitely looking in the middle for Arfield. It's won by Hanley. Hanley's got a boot on that. Headed away. Will break here for Marnik. On for Trippier. Can Trippier deliver a cross here? Trippier just waits a little bit too long maybe there. Spur gets a touch on it. Trippier trying to close him down. That's a foul. Free kick to Rovers on that far touchline. Just at the minute, Burnley not creating too much.
No, but they've been a little bit more patient now. Trippier's taking his time on the ball. He's waiting for the right run. Arfield's trying to do diagonal runs. Ings is looking to get involved. So they need to be a bit of patient. You can't always just lump it in the box. So you can try and mix the game up as much as possible.
Yeah, been 1-1 draws since Rovers were relegated from the Premier League. The first one of those at Turf Moor. Burnley had to have a late equaliser, Sam Volks. Burnley trailing here by a goal to nil. Jordan Rhodes on the score sheet again. Kick forward from Robinson. Varney just about keeps it in. Done to try and win the next one with David Jones. Hooked over his shoulder by Marnik. Next header won by Arfield. Volks to try and get there. Hanley's won that well. Done to take it down. Really closed down quickly done. Michael Duff. Has he been fouled here with David Dunn? He has. It'll be a free kick to Burnley. Marnik to take it. Picks out Ben Mee. Needed somebody running down the line. Arfield obliges. Up against Henley. The break for Jones. On to Mee. Mee to get it forward for Volks. Hanley to it first. Will he take any chances here? Hits it against Volks. So that'll be a Rovers throw. It's a key man for them, isn't he, Grant Hanley? You can see that already.
He is. He's a handful at the back there, isn't he? And I think that's where Volks has just got to be a little bit stronger with him, because they do like a bit of a rough and rumble sort of game, those two. So I think Volks has got to sort of stand strong a little bit more.
Shackle to hook it away. Henley to win the next header. Here's David Jones to take it down. Burnley need to play a little bit of their football. Arfield uses Jones. It's a little crowded down there. Arfield got two men round him. Henley and Conway. And it's Henley that concedes the throw. 30 yards from the Blackburn goal with Ben Mee. 10 minutes to half time. A little bit of space here for Ings perhaps. Hooks it inside. Didn't quite work out. Hacked away by Evans. Here's Shackle to take it down. Dunn trying to get close to him. Goes back to the keeper, Tom Heaton. He asks the defenders to spread. And he will use Jason Shackle. Burnley will go long here through Shackle. Looking for Arfield. Arfield to try and flick it on. That's come off Henley. And that'll be a Burnley throw. You sense Henley might be a weak link, and Burnley got to look to exploit them.
They have, yeah. He's, at the moment, Arfield's on him at the moment, and he's not really running at him like Kitely can do. But I think there's an opportunity there for one of the subs, maybe, whether it's Tracy or Wallace or someone, to really get at them. I still think that back four for Blackburn is very vulnerable, and I think there's opportunities still. We've got to make sure that we try and be as positive as possible.
It's a newish back four, isn't it, as well? They've not played together, so that's got to be to Burnley's advantage.
Got to be. That's right. You've got to take advantage of it. They've tried to mix it up by going very direct and try and get beyond the back four, but at the same time you've got to try and use your wingers, give them the opportunity to get one-on-one against these fullbacks.
Headed one by Michael Duff. Jones to try and win the next ball. Up forward again, looking for Rhodes through the middle. It's bounced kindly for him. He's trying to run at Trippier. Trippier to it first. Who's that come off? Rovers attacker. And Burnley will have a throw deep inside the Clarets half. Only 3 defeats all season, Burnley. Ironically, they've been away from the top sides. Brighton, Middlesbrough and Huddersfield. Fantastic record against the top 6, Burnley. And a really good record in Lancashire derbies. Haven't been beaten in Lancashire derby this season. They've got that record to protect here. Need to get back in the game. Trailing by a goal to nil. Ball forward from Trippier. Easy one here for Keene, who's settled into a debut. Touches from Marnik. He's got a chance to try and win it again, Dean Marnie, and has done. Just touch back to Michael Duff. Duff looking longer here. Won't find Volks with that. Keene to win a comfortable header. Flick on finds Varney. Varney touches it back to Spurt. Going backwards here, Blackburn. Back to the keeper, Robinson. And Robinson with the clearance right-footed through the middle. Looking for Rhodes. Header one at the back by Shackle. Kitely to try and win the next ball, but Spur onto it too quickly. Was that a push in the back of Rhodes? It was by Shackle. Just outside the centre circle. He's the key man at the minute with the goal, Jordan Rhodes.
He is, yeah. Him, Varney and Dunn, they're the three that we've got to watch. But the frustrating thing from Burnley at the moment is Shackle wins the first header. It's a great header. He goes 20-30 yards with it, but we're not picking up that second ball. He was just caught on his toes there. So Shackle's then having to defend straight away and unfortunately give a soft free kick away.
It's a soft one, just outside the centre circle. I thought it was nearer the centre circle than that, but not to worry. Ball is going to come into the Burnley box here. Low to dink it in towards that far post. Burnley will hook it away through Volks, but it'll break again for Henley. Henley to get a ball in, hit the defender, then needs to get here, clip it out for a throw. Does do. Be a throw to Rovers. Spur will jog across from left back on the right wing to take this throw. Plenty in the middle. Henley's elected not to go forward for this. Keene's going forward now. Keene's joining it late. Burnley trying to make sure they pick him up. Spurs got a really long throw. His first attempt wasn't brilliant. This will be better, I'm sure. It's a good flatter throw. It's in there. Burnley need to clear the lines. They have done, courtesy of Kieran Trippier. Volks to try and win it with Henley. It'll break here for Arfield. Arfield will drive down this left-hand side. He's got Conway for company. And the Scots got back to win the ball. Touches it back towards Robinson. There's a clip from Hanley for Ings as he tried to close it down. Shackle to win the next header. Might have left that to go out of play, not sure. Ball back here. Oh, chance for Ings. Awful back pass. Big chance for Danny Ings here. And he's hit against the legs of Robinson and wide with the rebound. Oh, big chance. Awful defensive work. And Burnley had a big chance to level it. And Danny Ings has missed it. What a big chance that was. Poor back pass. Ings picked it up against the legs of Robinson and wide with the rebound.
Fantastic opportunity there for Danny Ings. It was a dreadful back pass from the Blackburn player. Danny Ings coming at a slight angle. He looked to want to feed it into that far corner. Robinson read it, and unfortunately Danny didn't quite hit it as clean as he wanted. Robinson got his legs to it. It went back to Danny for the second chance, but he couldn't quite take the opportunities. You need to be taking them.
I wonder if he had time just to take a touch when it came back to him. It was all a bit frantic. There were defenders getting back. But that's Burnley's best chance of the game by a mile.
It is. It was a fantastic opportunity given to him on a plate. A tight angle, yes. He's done a lot to do, Danny. But with Danny's quality, you expect him to make a better go of it, if you will. And Robinson just had it too easy for him.
Yeah, in his legs, really, didn't it? Not quite sure what he was trying to do, Ings. Trying to wait for the keeper to dive, maybe. Header won by Trippier. Volks with the next touch. Ings on the chase. Hanley to touch it back to his keeper. That was safe and secure. Robinson with the clearance. Big boot forward. Header won here by Shackle. There's a flag up. Ings would have been offside anyway, but we're bringing it back in the Burnley half. And that'll be a Claret's free kick just outside the centre circle. Jason Shackle with it. 5 minutes to half time. Would have been the right time as well for an equaliser.
Yeah, it would have been perfect time, wouldn't it? It really would have set it up for the second half. But looking Sean Dyche, the opportunity to get the lads believing again, because they've just gone a little bit quiet, and that opportunity, you need to take those, don't you, when you're getting given to you on a plate like that.
Looking towards Volks with the free kick. Keene and Hanley have done well in the air. Here's Dunn, looking early for Rhodes, looking to stretch Michael Duff. Rhodes will collect it, corner of the box. He's now waiting for support. Duff's gone across with him. Trippier just covering in the middle. It's back with Tommy Spur. Spur inside for Lowe. Lowe on in turn for Henley. Blackburn's right back today. Inside once more. Get it back, Henley. Arfield will try and win this. Will do. Come away from Evans. Helps it on to Volks. Good skill from the big man. Touch it on for Arfield. Arfield back here to Shackle. Shackle might use his keeper. Having looked promising, Burnley just on the retreat. Back to Tom Heaton. Heaton to kick this off the deck. The target will be Sam Volks, I would imagine. Diagonal ball looking for Volks. Jumping with the fullback now, Volks. Hanley across to try and win the next header. Might have got a bang there, Sam Volks. Jones with a header forward. Hanley takes control, heads it back to his keeper. You can see why they were desperate for Hanley to play.
He can do. I've never really watched him, but he's a big unit at the back there, and he's really roughing up Sam Volks at the moment. He's throwing his elbows in there. He's really letting Volks know that if you're going up for it, I'm with you.
It's a real battle, isn't it? Longer ball this time, looking for Ings. Keene did well at full stretch to reach it. Spur to try and head it on. Clear the lines, Blackburn. Michael Duff just heads it. Cushioned header for Trippier, halfway line. Ball forward's not good. Cut out comfortably by Evans. He'll just nutmeg his man, will he? That'll be a free kick. Jones has fouled him. Free kick to Rovers. Over on that far side. Riverside by the touchline. Free kick to Blackburn Rovers. 3 minutes to half time. Jordan Rhodes' goal separates the two sides. Could be Conway to deliver. Plenty in the middle to aim at. Burnley won't want to concede again before half time. Conway with the delivery. Swings it in there, deep towards the back post. Header won in there by me. Arfield to try and win the next header. Oh, it might still fall for Rhodes here. Touch back in there. There's plenty in the box. Might fall on that far side for Conway. Looking to take it down. Take on Trippier. Ball in. Is he behind every big chance? Hooked off the line. Clearance off the line from Ben Mee. More, that could be a turning point. Innings has closed that down, and that'll be a throw to Rovers. The keeper may have had it covered, but Ben Mee was there. Yeah, Ben was, natural defensive instincts, went back on the line and cleared it. But Burnley have got I don't know what's going on with them. I think Sean Dyche has really got to get into them at half time, because there's about 9 or 10 Claret shirts in there, yet only 1 or 2 Blackburn shirts. Yet they're picking up every second ball at the moment. There's the throw again with Spurt. He'll look to get it right in the 6-yard box here. Good delivery again, it's right in there. Burnley have got a head on it, need to win the next ball, as Paul said, and they will on this occasion hack it away through Michael Duff. 2 defenders collide there. Volks needs to stay on side here. Arfield looking early, it's a peach of a pass as he picked out Kitely, not quite. Good defensive work on that far side. The Rovers come away with the ball. It was an opportunity for Burnley. I think Hanley's taken a knock here, collided with his own man. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. That's come off a Rovers play. It'll be a Burnley throw inside the Burnley half. Crazy situation. They collided with each other. Volks was nearly in.
He was, yeah. He wasn't quite sure whether to go for it or not, Hanley, but he took the option of coming over the pair of them, made the decision, and it fell nicely for Arfield, who done a superb diagonal ball, but it just didn't fall nicely for Kitely out there, and they managed to clear the lines.
Yeah. We're inside the final minute of the half. This would be a time for Burnley to get back on level terms. Trippier thought about the long throw. It's not a great ball back from Marnik. He's got a chance to retrieve it here. We'll go back here to Jason Shackle. Burnley having to retreat. Shackle to get it on his left foot. Might just go long through the middle. Hanley struggling a little bit through there, I think. Volks to try and flick it on. Can't find Ings. Keene to win the next header. Keene and Hanley done well against Volks and Ings, by and large. Here's Marnik to take it down onto Kitely. Kitely back for Trippier. There's 1 minute. Wow, we had 1 minute for the chicken inside the first minute. That seems strange. Should have been more than that for me. Here's Shackle. Shackle to try and deliver a ball in there. Looking for Volks. Can't reach it. Won't fall for Arfield. Conway to hack it away here. Looking for Rhodes on the counter-attack. Burnley can't be exposed to Jordan Rhodes on the counter-attack, but Michael Duff's done well here. Comes away with the ball. We're 30 seconds away from the half-time whistle. Looking for Ings. Hanley to win the header. Ings will have no chance tackling Hanley in the air, and that'll be a throw to Rovers. Taken out by Arfield. Does look like Burnley going in at half-time behind.
Yeah, it does, and it's very disappointing, because I think at the moment Blackburn just seem to be a little bit more up for it. Every time a Claret shirt gets it, there's 1 or 2 Blackburn Rovers shirts around them, causing them problems. I think there's a lot of sorting out for Sean Dyche to do at half-time.
Come to David Dunn, nutmegs David Jones nicely. That's the half-time whistle. And Rovers lead at half-time by a goal to 0. That goal on 24 minutes from Jordan Rhodes. Burnley won't be happy. come Burnley, not expecting any changes. Burnley have got to come from behind here. They've got it all to do. Burnley will line up like this. Eaton in goal, Trippier, Duff, Shackle, me at the back. Kitely, Marnik, Jones, Arfield in midfield. Innings and Volks up front. For Rovers, can't see any changes for them. Robinson, of course, in goal. Henley right back, Hanley, Keene in the centre, Spurt left back, and then in midfield, Evans, Lowe, Conway, Varney, and then up front, Dunn just playing off Jordan Rhodes. It's a 4-4-1-1 formation, if you will. But we're ready to get the second half underway. Burnley got it all to do, trailing by a goal to nil. Gary Bowyer will be the happier of the two referees. His dad was close to being Blackburn Rovers manager as well, Ian Bowyer, back in the 80s. Missed out to Don Mackay, and in turn missed out to Kenny Dalglish, and that's when they started climbing the divisions. Matt Dean ready to get us underway. Rovers will kick us off. One or two people returning to their seats in front of us. Rovers 1-up at half-time. Burnley need a second half here. Underway immediately, looking to get it forward. Rovers, header won by Michael Duff. It's going to fall here for Spurt. Poor touch from him. Michael Duff to take it down. Uses Kieran Trippier. Key man for me in the second half. Trippier. Volks across, can't win it against Hanley. Here's Varney. Looks to me might be going through the middle for the start of this second half. We'll pick up on that in a moment or two. Here's Mead to get it forward. Looking for Arfield down that left-hand side. Henley across to deal with it. Arfield strong. Henley's conceded the throw. Varney has moved to the left-hand side now, as in the first half. Throw to the Clarets. Cross comes Ben Mee to take it. Ben Mee to use Jones. Goes back to Mee. Mee looking to try and manufacture something. He's got a bit of space. Defender across to win the challenge. Another Burnley throw. Mee looking to take it. Who's he got in the middle? Might go long here with Volks coming to the edge of the 6-yard box. Let's see what happens here. Volks to try and win it. Defender's got a touch on that. It'll break here for Rovers, I think. Ben Mee across, didn't win the challenge. Apologises immediately. And that'll be a free kick deep inside the home half. And Ben Mee hopefully will get away with that. Mike Dean's been quite sensible so far.
He has, yeah. He's been very, very calm. He's managed these situations before. Didn't want to jump in there. It was just a coming together again from Ben Mee. But just going back to the Burnley Friday, they're still trying to persist with trying to get the ball onto Volks' head there. It's not really going to work. Hanley is very, very comfortable at the moment and seems to be winning every single header.
Going to get it wider, I think, from behind the defence. Robinson with the free kick. Flick on, looking for Rhodes. Mee to get it away. Now the play for a Rovers throw. 2 minutes gone in this second half. Burnley trailing by a goal to nil. It's left for youngster Adam Henley. Down that right-hand side. Henley with the throw. Looking down the line. Henley might get this back here. Deliberation from Dunn. Looking to take his man on. Whips in across. It's got deflected. Burnley should clear through Arfield. He's got some distance on it. Next header's Michael Keane's, who've done well in the air at the back. Here's Kitely to try and flick it on. Can't get enough on it. It's gone back here to Keene once more. Uses Varney. Varney has just caught Kieran Trippier there. I think it might have been a high boot. Trippier on his knees. Varney also on the floor. No intent, but it'll be a Burnley free kick. 10 yards inside the Clarets half. Rovers leading here by a goal to nil. But it's Kieran Trippier with the free kick, looking to deliver it to the edge of the box. Volks to try and win it. Will it break in there for Arfield? Not quite. Might be Volks still. Oh, he's upped it onto Arfield. Chance here for Burnley. He's going wide though, Arfield. Done well, has he, to keep it in play? Referee had a look. But it'll be cleared here by Rovers. They've got it away nicely and they've picked out David Dunn. Just operating in that hole. He's looking to just have a run now at Marnie, but Marnie on this occasion too strong. Finds Shackle. Touch back here to Marnie. Will go longer through the middle. Looking for Ings. Hanley to win the header. Touches it on for Henley. under pressure, keeps it in play, but only for the benefit of Ben Mee. Touched inside for Jones, Mee to get it back, encouraged to come forward, whips the ball in. Easy one though for Hanley. He's been my man of the match so far. Here's Rhodes to take it down, but Trippier's won this. Trippier the ball forward, over the top. Is this an opportunity? Hanley to it first, as he caught Ings. Big shout. Burnley think it's a penalty. Referee having none of it. Not sure he was that close. Ings is adamant that he was caught by Hanley. What did you make of that?
Oh, well, I'm just trying to watch the replay, but it looked like Danny Ings had got the ball. He'd taken the touch just past Hanley. He caught him late, and for me, that was a penalty.
Yeah, here's a look at possibility. Is it Ings' touch that just gets there before Hanley? Difficult to tell.
Yeah, from behind, it does look like it's coming together, but Danny Ings does get the touch ahead of Hanley, and he does take it away from him, and Hanley brings him down. So I tell you what, that's a big call for Mike Dean.
Yeah, it's difficult for referees in that situation. It was a long ball over the top. No criticism of Dean, but he's a good 30 yards away from the action. How can referees keep up with play in that sort of situation?
It's just very difficult, isn't it? When you go direct like that did there, Trippier put the ball over the top. Very, very hard for Dean to do that. But you expect the linesman to see that from his angle.
Might have been one for the linesman to give. Here's Trippier, ball left-footed forward. Kitely to try and take it down, evades him and Volks. Keene with the clearance, he's done well today. Duff finds Jones, Jones under pressure, back to Michael Duff. Just hooks it forward again. It's too delicate from Burnley, but Trippier's got time now on the ball. Looking early again, looking for Ings. He's testing Keene behind him. Oh, it's good skill from Danny Ings. Chance here for Ings. He's lofted it towards goal. Easy one for Robinson. I think the defender just got a touch on it. But Ings starting to get behind their defence.
Well, that is where Burnley will get their success. They're putting the ball behind the Blackburn back four. Don't let Hanley get involved in it. Try and put it beyond them. And Ings is a winning runner and will cause you problems.
Chance for Varney down this left-hand side, trying to get away from Trippier. Has done. Entering the box now, ships it inside for Dunn. Dunn's got it under control now, needs support. Gets it from Spurt. Ball in, good save from Hinn. Covers the cross. Did really well, the keeper. Made sure he pounced on it the second time. It's a decent ball in from Spurt. And that's really the first save that Hitton's had to make.
Yeah, he hasn't had much to do, but what he has done, he's done very, very well. The ball was whipped in the near post there, and he covered his corner very, very nicely. But Burnley just trying to get on top of it a little bit more. Look like they've got a little bit more energy this second half.
Innings to help it on, looking for Volks. Spur to it first. Couldn't take any chances. Out for a throw. Interesting period of play here. Burnley are certainly trying to step on the gas at the start of this second half. It's back with Michael Duff. Duff to square it for Shackle. Shackle to get it wide for Ben Mee. Sent off here in the game last season. Looking for Ings again. Ings looking to try and get behind his man. But Hanley too strong. Pushed over in the end by Ings. And that'll be a goal kick to Rovers. You do wonder maybe, with Hanley and Dunn out injured recently, you do wonder if they'll last the 90.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. That's why you've got to keep doing what Ben Mee's just done there. Again, he stuck it down the side behind the back four, causing Hanley to come out on markings. Unfortunately, Ben's just played a little bit too heavy a pass there, but if it was weighted just perfectly there, Danny could have caused Hanley problems and made him deal with the ball rather than let it just go out of play.
Varney's nicked this off Trippier, but it's a good clearance from Jason Shackle out of play beyond Sean Dyche at full stretch. He applauds. He'll approve Burnley's extra energy at the start of this second half. Here's Spur with the throw. 7 minutes into this second half. Gary Bowyer's Rovers leading by a goal to nil. Jordan Rhodes on the 24th minute. Throw from Spurs, a long one. Varney with a flick on. Burnley to get it away. Marnik can't find his man. That'll be a throw to Rovers. Their home record ahead of today was 8 wins, 4 draws and 3 defeats. They tended to do quite well here. Birmingham, Charlton and Forest the winners here. So big sides have struggled here at Ewood Park. Here's Spur with the throw. It's a good 30 yards from goal, but he'll deliver it into the 6-yard box. He'll get it in there. Again, it's not his best maybe this time. Burnley should clear. Volks has got it away. I maybe wonder if Volks should be in the middle. Henley under pressure here from Ings, and Ings very nearly got there ahead of him. The kid looked a little nervous. He was waiting for the ball to bounce. In the end, just about did enough. Looking for the throw here is Trippier. Burnley will get some ball here in the middle of the park with Trippier. Looking to get it forward. Will it reach the Burnley attacker? Who's offside. Ings is just offside anyway. Henley did enough. But Burnley looking to find ways now behind that back four.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to get behind the back ball constantly now. Trippier again trying to put it behind the full back this time, where Danny's trying to read it, but unfortunately on that occasion he was just offside.
Header won by Hanley. Flick on here looking for Rhodes. Shackle to it first. Dunn jumps into his man for me there, but it's headed away by Shackle anyway. Kitely to try and win it, can't get enough on it, but Kitely will help it on here to Arfield. Arfield to try and drive forward, it's not the right ball. Spurt to get it away comfortably. To it first is Ben Mee, just touch back to his keeper. Tom Heaton will be closed down by Rhodes, but will look here for Arfield. Header won by Henley, that's out of play. Burnley throw. The Burnley subs: Alex Chizak, Ross Wallace, Junior Stanislas, David Edgar, Keith Tracy, Kevin Long and Ashley Barnes. There's a conference between Ian Warne, Sean Dyche and Tom Loughran at the minute. Don't think the change is imminent. Oh, it's given away here by Jones. Chance here for Rhodes to make it 2-0. Could score here. He's in the post. Massive let-off. David Jones gave the ball away. Massive let-off. Rhodes picked out in the middle. Maybe should have scored. Came back off the outside of the post. Massive let-off. Massive
let-off, yeah. It was there for the taking for him. Put it on the plate by David Dunn. And thankfully he's hit the post.
Yeah, should have scored. Should have scored. Should have made it 5 goals against Burnley. We're going to get the first booking of the game here. It's going to be down this left-hand side. It's Luke Varney, who's upended Michael Kitely. It's just, 5 yards outside the box, right-hand side. End-to-end at the minute. Chance here for Burnley to deliver across with Kieran Trippier. This is a real opportunity.
It's a great opportunity. The Duff's come up at the moment. Shackle's just walking up very, very tentatively at the moment. He's got an injury, I'm not sure. But opportunity here for Volks, Duff, get the big boys in there and try and peel Hanley away from it. Whoever's marking Hanley, walk him away from the danger area.
That's the way to do it. We can't be the focal point on every Burnley attack. It's David Jones to deliver. 2-man wall. David Jones to get it in there towards that back post. Punched away by Robinson. He's got some good purchase on that. Away comes Conway with the ball. Ings in pursuit, but Conway's done well with this. That's a good challenge from Ings. Really good challenge. Concedes the throw. Working really hard. That's typical of Burnley's endeavours.
It's what you want, your striker running 40 yards backwards to retrieve the ball and make a last-ditch tackle. And if you see a striker doing that, that energises the rest of you. You think, well, if he can do that, we can all do that.
Ball forward here, but headed away by Shackle. Might have been fouled by Rhodes in the process. Will break here though for Varney. Touched it back to Spur. Spur driving forward against Kitely. Still trying to get down this left-hand side. Kitely trying to get back at him. Spur's done well to touch from Kitely. First corner of the second half. Just the way of Rovers. And it'll be Conway across to take it. Up comes Hanley. He'll be a danger here. Up comes Keene on his debut. Plenty in the middle to aim at. Burnley trailing here by a goal to now. Conway to deliver. Dunn wants the short one. Goes to Dunn. Dunn might try and deliver a cross in here, but he's left the ball short. Easy one for Trippier to hack away. And that'll be a Rovers throw in their own half. And thankfully that was a waste of a corner.
Yeah, complete mess up there from David Dunn, thankfully. I'm just watching who was picking up Hanley, who was the one that was really responsible, Shackle the one that was monitoring the situation. But for me, they need to double team up on him. They need to get a couple of Cleric shirts around him. For me, he is a danger in their box.
For me, if I'd been Gary Bowyer, I'd have wanted that on Grant Hanley's head. Here's Spur with the throw inside his own half. 4:57 minutes on the watch. Spur with the throw. Flick on from Varney. He's decent in the air. Rhodes to touch it on for Dunn. Dunn, edge of the box. Is that going to be a corner? It is. Corners in quick succession here for Rovers. Shackle doesn't agree with the decision. This, I'm certain, will go in the middle. Volks coming back to pick up Hanley, perhaps. Hanley's the danger. Keene in there as well. Varney as well. Rhodes on the goal line. Plenty to aim at for Conway. It has gone in the middle this time. Got a punch on it, Heaton, and it's gone behind for another corner. Burnley thought the keeper might have been fouled, but it's a corner again to Rovers. On that far side, this is pressure.
This is pressure, but it's Jordan Rhodes that's standing on the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper's too busy fighting Rhodes and not concentrating on the ball. And in the end, he's come out with a limp wrist, and it's just luckily not gone to a Blackburn shirt, and it's gone out for a corner on the far side.
Conway will take this as well. Again, it's in the danger area. Good header away. Sam Volks to win the header. He picked it up nicely. Rovers to get the loose ball though with David Dunn. Good feet to get past Arfield. He's down this left channel up against Trippier. Back to Spurt. Spurt to deliver in there. It's flicked on. Burnley haven't got it away yet. Touch from Kitely was okay, and he's coming away. Kitely's come away with the ball. Too physical, too strong. Kitely's got men in the middle if he can find them. Arfield and Marnik trying to join the fray. Taking everybody on Kitely now. Can he get to the byline? Is he fouled? No, the defender's done well there. And that'll be a goal kick. Maybe Kitely needed to move that inside there.
He did, yeah. He done ever so well on the edge of his own area to fight the ball, win the ball, take it off the Blackburn defender and travel 30 or 40 yards. Unfortunately, he tried to go that extra step when he could have easily have just passed the ball to Danny Ings.
That'll give Henley some confidence because he did well in that situation. I think a change may be imminent. Tony Loughran, Sean Dyche, Ian Warne in discussions again. I think Keith Tracy might be the name here. Just got a feeling it might be Keith Tracy. Headed one here by Michael Duff. Volks to try and win the next ball with Lowe. Touch back to Keene. Keene's got a good clearance on him. Rhodes to flick on for Dunn. Dunn's looking for goal from an outrageous 40 yards. I don't think he's going to beat Tom Eaton from there.
No, he was off his line to be fair, but Danny completely made a big zero of that, if you will. He scuffed it completely. The Blackburn fans give him a little bit of stick. But like you say, I think Burnley need to look at that changes now. It's got to that point in the game where we're approaching 60 minutes. Can we change the wingers maybe? Do we do a double substitution and go with Stanislas and Tracy?
Yeah, possible. Coming up to the hour mark. Traditionally when managers do think about changes, Keene gets ahead of there, just ahead of Volks. Here's Conway, I'm quite impressed with him today. Shackle to it first though, gets it forward. Ings on the chase, converge on him, and Ings has come away with the ball here. Big two defenders, chance here for Burnley. Volks looking for Volks in the middle, can't find him. Just not worked in those situations for Burnley. Did well, Ings, got away from two defenders. Maybe could have gone for goal. Elected to ship it inside for Volks.
I think it was the right option. I think he took the right option with the outside of his right foot. He just wanted to feed it into the 6-yard area. Unfortunately, he just put a little bit too much weight on there, and Sam just couldn't get on the end. It was a great breakaway from Danny Ings.
Did so well to win the ball in the first place and get away from two defenders. Just not going for Burnley today. The pass in the middle, just too much on it. Couldn't find his teammate. Volks to win this header against Keene and win the next ball. Touch back to him by Volks. Volks trying to get through the middle here. He's battling hard inside the D. Was he fouled in there? He was inside the D. Opportunity here for Burnley. We'll see if Henley's booked. He's certainly caught him inside the D. The referee might want to word. Just wonder if that's a little bit too close to goal. But what a run from Sam Volks.
Yeah, I think Mike Dean's pointing at about 2 or 3 Blackburn shirts there, saying I could have given it for any one of those fouls. In the end, when Sam went down, he had to blow the whistle. It's a great opportunity. Is it going to be a Danny Ings or a Trippier moment?
David Jones, I might fancy it. I thought he was inside the D. The ball's been placed outside. David Jones hit the bar at Wigan from a sort of similar range. But it's difficult because you've got to get it over the wall and down. Yeah,
that's why I think they brought the ball outside the D, haven't they, just to give themselves an extra couple of yards to try and get the ball up and over. But Danny's walked away now. He's just stood on behind the wall. Is it going to be the right foot of Trippier or the left foot of Jones?
Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy if I was Rovers. I'd have wanted it that little bit further forward. Let's see what Burnley can do here. Mike Dean's happy with the wall. David Jones against his former club, I think, here. Although Trippier's still there. The referee's ready. Let's see what Burnley can do here. David Jones with it. It's got a deflection off the wall for Burnley's second corner of the game. The wall did its job. We did say so difficult to get it over and down.
It is. Trying to get that dip is very, very difficult when you're so close. But he was only a fraction off. It just hit the top of someone's head and flown over the top. But it's still got to pile the pressure on. If you don't win this first header, win the second header. Keep peppering that box. Keep Blackburn on the back foot.
A chance here from the corner. David Jones to deliver. He's gone back to Kieran Trippier. We've seen this routine a few times. Oh, he's found his man in space. Or Kitely, heavy touch. Like the defender to get back at him. But Trippier will get a ball in here. It's not his best cross. Will it find Arfield and Volks in there? Jones to try and have a shot. Blocked by bodies. And David Dunn can't prevent the throw-in. Burnley throw. Almost level with the penalty area. Bit of pressure here from the Clarets. Burnley holding on to that change, I think, for the minute. Here's Trippier. These options in the middle, I think, here. Will he go longer for Volks? He's going to go short here. Barney couldn't win it against Lowe. Shackle to take it down. That was calm. Finds Michael Duff. Duff early, ball inside to find Kitely. He's come alive a little bit now, Michael Kitely. Touch back here to Ben Mee. Ben Mee having a look up here, uses David Jones. Burnley got to keep working here, looking to spread it for Arfield. His touch-on's an easy one for Hanley to get away. Shackle to win the next header. Little break in the middle though, will it? For Rovers, it does with Lowe. Lowe back to Spur. Spur looking for Varney. He's got a touch of pace on him. Duff to get it back, goes to his keeper. Awkward one for Heaton, but he's got a really good boot on it into the opposing half. Volks will jump here with Hanley. Wins every header just about, Grant Hanley. Michael Duff for Trippier. That change is imminent, I think, for Burnley. Looking towards Ings, can't reach that. Defender will want that to run out of play, but it won't, you know. Ings will keep him under pressure. In the end, it is a goal kick. And Burnley have just got to keep knocking at the door.
Yeah, got to keep that pressure on. Just keep trying to get the ball behind the back four. Get these wingers involved in the game a little bit more. At the moment, when Ben Mee gets the ball, his first option he's looking at is the centre midfielder. He needs to be feeding the wide men. If you don't feed your wide men, don't play with wide men.
I'd agree with that. We've just not got the ball wide enough. And that doesn't help Hanley. If you're stretching your defence, he hasn't got his full-backs close to him. And Hanley at the minute is dominating the game.
That's right, you need to open that back four up. You need to make it as wide as possible and give Danny Ings the opportunity to feed in between the centre-halves and the full-backs.
Trippier with a long ball again. Hanley to win it. Just emphasise the point, I suppose. There's Marnik to head this back to Michael Duff. Remember, Burnley only beaten 3 times in the league this season. 11 unbeaten going into today. But that now in jeopardy because Rovers are leading here by a 1-0. Here's Michael Keene on his debut. Helps it on to Henley. Poor first touch. Has to go back to Hanley. Hanley to get it forward here through the middle. Looking for Rhodes. He's hit the post in the second half. That could have taken the game away from Burnley. Burnley as it is, still very much in it, but trailing by a 0-0 with 25 minutes remaining. That change is close, and I think the decision's been made now. And somebody is being called back. Not quite sure who. It's going to break here for Jones. Volks won't keep that in play. Oh, he does. Nice back heel, but Spur to help it out of play. Just wonder, was it Ashley Barnes being called back?
I think he is. I think it's time for a change because the front, so it's not quite working for Danny and Sam at the moment, but that happens in football, and I think it's time maybe for Sam to come off and see if Barnes can have any more luck with Hanley.
Got 3 up here. Volks is offside. Flag's gone up. Denied in the 7th minute when the flag went up for that offside goal. And Burnley have got some work to do here. Less than 25 minutes remain. Instructions for Kieran Trippier. Burnley need to get a point here at the very least to keep their promotion hopes alive. Haven't lost since Boxing Day at Middlesbrough. Robinson with the free kick. Looking towards Varney. He's got a touch on that. He's better in the air than you think, Luke Varney. Touch back. Trippier to the keeper. Tom Heaton. And Ross Wallace. It is Ross Wallace to come on here. Ross Wallace is stripped down. Had that problem with that knee surgery, of course. Hanley with the clearance. Rhodes couldn't play a part in that. It'll go all the way through. So Heaton. It's going to be 2 changes, isn't it? It's going to be Barnes and Wallace. So that'll be interesting. He makes way here.
Yeah, it shows what we know, doesn't it? We didn't call Wallace. We thought we'd go with a different winger. It'll be interesting. Will he go with that 4-3-3 or will he stick and be patient with the 4-4-2? Just have to wait and see.
I'm a little bit surprised if he brought off either Ings or Volks, but you never know. Me to try and get it down the line for Arfield. He's overhit that. Arfield won't keep that in play, and here's the changes. Burnley have to try and force it now. Wallace to come on. Barnes to come on. Kitely makes way. 67 minutes. Michael Kitely makes way for Ross Wallace. So like for like. And it's Sam Volks to come off. I said I'd be surprised if one of the front 2 came off. But Sam Volks is on his way here.
Yeah, when Barnes first came, he decided to throw the 3 of them on together on a few occasions, and for me the balance of the team didn't quite work. I thought it was a strange sort of formation. He played Arfield in the middle a little, so I think he needs to stick with what Burnley do well, stick with a 4-4-2, and sometimes players can't perform, it doesn't quite work for them like we said earlier, so you've got to say, Barnes, go and make a hero of yourself.
It would be, wouldn't it? What a time it would be if you could get a goal. Throw on that far side. Burnley have won it through Ben Mee. Barnes flicks it on. It's a good first touch to find Ings. Ings getting narrower and narrower. And there's Grant Hanley. What a good defender he is. Just cushioning it out of play for a goal kick. And Burnley just not handled him, have they?
they haven't. But Barnes has done absolutely superb there to get Ings into the game straight away. Unfortunately for Danny, he just couldn't quite be strong enough because Hanley is an absolute monster at the back. I didn't realise, like you said, what a good centre-half he is.
Yeah, he's only 22. The captain now here. Full international at Scotland. Was on cruise books as a kid. Missed kick from Wallace. Rhodes across to win the header. Flick it on nicely here for Dunn. Dunn runs into Michael Duff, didn't think it was a foul, and Mike Dean agrees. David Dunn is still down. Duff to clear his lines. That'll be a throw to Rovers. Dunn stays down. But I guess Rovers will have one eye on the clock here.
Yeah, they will do. They were saying Dunn, he stay down a little bit longer as well if he can, because he's absolutely milking that. He's run into Duff. You can't, when you play the ball beyond the centre half, sometimes you can't just, disappear out the way. He's just stood his ground, ran with the ball, Duff, and it was excellent defending. David Dunn is just milking it a little bit too much for me.
Words between Gary Bowyer and Sean Dyche. Getting a little tense in the technical areas. Always think it's easier at Burnley because there's a bigger gap between the two dugouts. There's no tunnel in between. We saw the problems with Alan Pardew the other week. Throw from Spurt, gets it right in there again. Is it flicked on? Nearly. Header away by me. Conway to take it down outside the box. He'll look to turn and have a run at Arfield. Burnley trailing here by 1-0. Evans touch it back on to Conway. He's got a bit of space here. Conway will deliver a cross deep towards the back post. Good header won at the back post by Keene and Trippier. He gets all the congratulations from the Burnley players. Had to win it, Trippier, but that had been 2-0 with Marnik.
Superb defending from Trippier, because we said earlier, Marnie's the one that's been the threat in the air for the front three, if you will, for Blackburn, and he was coming in at that back stick, and Trippier stood strong, and, well, great defensive header from him.
It's David Dunn that makes way. We're not surprised. We didn't think he'd last the full 90. He's got to 70. And Liam Feeney will make his debut for Rovers, on loan from Millwall. Still a very popular figure here, David Dunn.
Yeah, he is. Because he's from Blackburn, they like that, the local hero. He keeps scoring against Burnley, unfortunately. And he's had a fairly good game, considering he's carrying a few knocks.
Here's Conway with the delivery, swings it in there. Header won by Burnley. Needs to get to the next ball, Arfield, and caught. That's Henley that's just caught him inside the Burnley box. Might go in the book here, the youngster. Didn't need to commit that foul. Referee Mike Dean across, just have a word, just to see if Scott Arfield's okay. He's got caught quite high up. And to be fair to the youngster, Henley, just making sure he's okay. And that'll be, I think it's Feeney, in fact. It's his first touch. It's Feeney, isn't it? Liam Feeney. He's booked without touching the ball, I think. Just caught him high, didn't he? Didn't need to make the challenge. Just caught him waist high with a high boot. You can see why Mike Dean's punished it.
Yeah, you can do, and I feel for him a little bit, because he's come onto this pitch straight away, and it's a really lively pitch. When the ball bounces, it bounces really high, and he just didn't, anticipate how high it was going to bounce there, and he just managed to caught the Cleric shirt.
Yes, the one ball, again one at the back by Rovers. It was Varney jumping with Barnes there, and Keene. It's given us a foul, crowded out Barnes, with a free kick to Burnley, 30 yards from goal. Barnes just rubs the back of his head. Signed from Brighton in January. Had to feed off bits and pieces, really. 1 or 2 sub-appearances. But he'll relish this opportunity now. Let's see if Burnley can get the ball in the box. 18 minutes plus time added on remain. Remember, in this game, there's always been late goals. Ross Wallace with the delivery here, I think. That's the bonus with Ross Wallace coming on. His set pieces tend to be excellent. 2-man wall, now a 1-man wall. Wallace to deliver, gets it towards that back post. In there, equaliser. Clarence a level. Oh, and it's a fantastic goal in there, and it's the skipper again, Jason Shackle. Great delivery from Ross Wallace. Deja vu. It's the same as last year, and Jason Shackle has got the equaliser. Big goal for the Clarets. Blackburn Rovers won, Burnley won. Second of the season for Jason Shackle.
Well, it all comes from Wallace. What a ball. You mentioned the quality he has on the ball, and he's just literally fed the ball into there, just literally outside the 6-yard box. The Blackburn Rovers defenders did not go with him. The goalkeeper came out, who was nowhere to be seen, and Shackle glancing header, 1-1.
Well done, the skipper. Great news, just what Burnley needed. Great balling from Wallace. All of a sudden they weren't defending high balls quite as well. Touch on here from Marnie and out of play. How would Sean Dyche take this?
And I think now this is where the 12th man of Burnley fans have really got to get going, get singing. Burnley have got to believe. David Dunn's gone off. Blackburn fans have gone a bit quiet. It's a massive turnaround now. They've got to believe in themselves.
17 minutes left in the derby. Shackle's got the goal. Keeper looked maybe at fault perhaps to me, but hang on, here's Ings, right hand side, looking to drag them wide. Wallace going on the overlap, good feet from Ings. He looked to deliver the ball, it's looped on, defender's not got it away. Robinson comes and collects. Burnley thought maybe Barnes was being held just on the edge of the 6-yard box, but Robinson in the end did well. This game could go either way from here. 17 minutes remain, familiar scoreline, one apiece. Scott Arfield could go in the book here, just caught his man. You see what Mike Dean's doing here? He hasn't penalised anybody until you got past the hour mark, and here come the cards.
No, they do, but I think it was a yellow card in that occasion. Arfield just brought him down because he was running into a lot of space there, and he would have caused Burnley some problems. But all of a sudden, this game has completely changed. Burnley are on the front foot. The 12th man is singing. You can hear them. They're as loud as ever. So let's take this on now. We've got to really go for it for these last 15, 20 minutes.
It's a big game, isn't it? Conway to deliver the free kick. It's a good 40 yards from goal. Plenty in the middle to aim at. Hanley's not gone for it. I don't think he's 100%. He'd go forward surely if he was. Ball in there to test Burnley. Hooked away by Trippier. How important was his header at the back post moments ago? Ings to try and win it, couldn't. It's gone back all the way back from low to his keeper Robinson on the half volley. A massive pump forward. I know how good his kicking is. Shackle to win the header. Only find Conway. Burnley have got to make sure they keep the momentum now. Touch back to Henley. It's one apiece at Ewood Park. Shackle with the equaliser. Here's Jason Lowe, just helps it on neatly for Conway. Touch wide again for Henley. Here's Feeney, operates on the right wing normally, Liam Feeney. Conway's there as well, almost two wingers on the same wing at the minute, that's interesting. Ball in, is dangerous, looking for Rhodes, but it's beyond him. Arfield, chance to get it away, let it run out for a throw. Burnley just never give up, Paul, do they? They've certainly got a real team spirit.
They do, and they believe in when Wallace has got that ball. You knew from here that he's got the quality to put in there, and that's all it takes at a football game nowadays. One bit of magic, and Burnley are back in it. All of a sudden, this place is rocking. Yes, Blackburn are in Burnley half at the moment, but they're now starting to believe. They've made those changes. Barnes is a cute acquisition coming on up front, so I think you'll now see a really positive Burnley.
Yeah, substitutions change games, don't they? Particularly when you're behind. Jones to help it on, to chase for Ross Wallace on that left-hand side. Hanley's coming across to try and deal with it. Looks to put a cross in early. Arfield to win it. Hits it against the defender. It'll be a corner. Oh, it was a good move. Wallace did the right thing by putting the ball in early.
He did. It was a ball into the right back position for Wallace. He saw Henley coming across. He saw the full back. So he done it first time. He fed it fast stick for Arfield. Unfortunately, his touch just couldn't quite evade the defender and get back to Ings. But Burnley again, they've got the ball, they've got the corner, and they've got the Burnley fans right behind them.
And here's Ross Wallace with the delivery. Becomes a set piece specialist, Ross Wallace. It'll go in the middle, I think, this time. It's the Burnley fans now that have found their voice. Really key moments in the game. Wallace to deliver. Plenty in there to aim at. Shackle's coming late now, having scored moments ago. He's in the middle now, Shackle. Ball in there again to test them, and it's headed away comfortably in the end. Burnley need to be calm here because Feeney's got pace. Trippier will go back to his keeper. It's the right thing to do. All the way back to Tom Heaton. Burnley don't want to gamble at this stage. A point would take them 6 points clear in second place, which looks a healthy position with 12 games to go. Ings can't win that against Keene. The break for Varney. Varney touches it back to his keeper. Robinson on his left foot, good boot, but only as far as Jones. Jones to win the header, can't find Arfield with it. Henley to hack it away, it was a little bit hurried. Shackle to win the next header. Can he find Lowe? It might break for Arfield. No, Henley's got a head on it. There's Jones. Arfield touch on nice. Finds Barnes. Barnes looking for Ings. Can't just quite find him in that position. Duff to win a good header. Here's Arfield. Touched inside. Looking for Barnes. Can't find him. Evans to get it forward. There's Michael Duff. He's got a little bit frantic and frenetic in there. Here's Wallace. Touches it on for Barnes. Barnes can't find his man. Loose touch. Marnik was trying to drive forward, but Ross Wallace has won it back. Working hard, Ross Wallace. Touch back from Michael Duff to his keeper. He's made a difference, hasn't he, Ross?
He has made a difference. He's very, very composed when he gets the ball. He's working hard. But at the moment, the football's like a hot potato. It's going from one team to the other. No one's having 2 or 3 consecutive passes. So Burnley just trying to take the sting out of it a little bit and keep the ball with the back four.
Here's Duff, just to clip a ball forward. Knows that Ings will run down the right channel. Working hard. We've got the crowd. It's 21,589. 21,589. It's with Kieran Trippier with a throw down this right-hand side. Let's see if Burnley can develop something here. Trippier to try and hook a crossing. This is Robinson's. Oh, didn't get there. Went for it. I think his defender, Hanley, was in the way. Let's see if Burnley can develop a ball here on that far side with me. Needs support. Gets it from Arfield. Good cross in there again. It's evaded. Everybody has it. Wallace has a shot. Has another chance in there. Stabs it back inside. Will it fall for Ings? It will! 2-1 to Burnley. 25 for the season for Danny Ings. The game has turned on its head. And Danny Ings has got it. Big goal for Burnley. Blackburn Rovers 1. Burnley 2. Danny Ings with a goal.
And all they've done is just kept feeding that ball into that 18-yard box, put the Blackburn back four under pressure, and they cannot cope. Hanley cannot cover every single person in there, and that's what they've done. Great ball back to Danny Ings, and there he is, cool as you like. Bang, 2-1 to Burnley.
Oh, what a turnaround. Well done, Ross Wallace. He had 2 attempts at goal, wouldn't give up. The ball across the face of goal, and there was Ings. And I guess he's not going to miss those.
He's not with the quality he's got. But we said it was coming. You could feel that change. All of a sudden, the Burnley fans were singing, and they don't know what a difference they make. The players started to believe. They're kicking towards those fans, and all they had to do was keep picking those second balls up, keep getting the balls in the box, and wow, what a difference it is now.
Well, it's 11 minutes, isn't it? Plus time added on. I've got to say, David Dunn going off has made a difference.
Made a difference. All of a sudden you see your talisman going off, the rest of you are thinking, crikey, who's now going to make that difference for us? And it's a massive substitution. Sometimes you've got to leave those players on whether they're fit or not.
Yeah, even if they're 75%, Paul, you've got to keep them on.
That's right. At the moment, Blackburn are looking at each other like, who's going to get us out of here? But hopefully we don't have one of those last-minute goals.
I keep mentioning that, don't I? Oh, you're thinking it might be Burnley to get that level. Well, Burnley are leading now. 2 goals in 7 sensational minutes. Jason Shackle and Danny Ings have given Burnley a lead here in the derby. Could go 8 points clear in second spot. My word, the nerves are starting to jangle now. Duff across to win the header. Just giving us a free kick here as he caught his man. Ross Wallace blocked his man off. Not sure what happened here. Strange free kick. Left-hand side. Conway to deliver. Burnley have got to be on the guard. Change here. Gastede's coming on. We want power up front here. Gastede to come on. Varney to make way. I think he's had a decent game. And Gastede's got 9 minutes plus time added on to influence the game. The Frenchman, he's a Benin international, in fact, born in France, and he'll go in the middle. Conway to deliver. Burnley got to be on the guard. Got to pick everybody up now. Make sure they're defending like their lives depend on it. Hanley has gone forward this time. Plenty in the middle to aim at for Conway. Burnley leading 2-1. A chance here for Rovers. Good delivery in there. Shackle's got a head on it, and it's volleyed away by Arfield. That'll be a throw to Blackburn. Tell you what, it's going to be a long 9 minutes.
It is, yeah, with a bit of stoppage time as well. It's going to be a nervous time for all those Burnley fans, but they're not bothered right now. They just want to sing their hearts out.
Great support. But here's Tommy Spur with a long throw. No exaggeration, he's a good 30-35 yards from goal, but he'll get it in the box. It's like a cross in there. It's header one in the middle by Burnley. Barnes helping his defence out, but it'll be another Spur throw. The pressure now, Blackburn applying. Now then, can they deliver the ball in there? Spur to get it right into the middle again. Burnley converge on it, but it's a header wide of the target. Not quite sure it was. Might have been Keene, might have been Gastede, but it's well wide of the target anyway. And Burnley have a goal kick, and Tom Heaton will take his time with these now. Yeah,
defended that very, very well. Gastede got his head on the ball, but it was no threat to Heaton's goal whatsoever. But now it's just that calm down time. Can Burnley take the sting out of the game a little bit? Can they have a bit of possession at the back? But now it's a chance just to put the ball into the corners, waste a little bit of time, get Ainge and Barnes running behind them, and take the pressure off the back four as well.
It's about professionalism from here, isn't it? Burnley unlucky, I thought, at Turf Moor with the goal, the nature of the goal. Unlucky here last year with the offside goal. Can't afford that to happen again. Ings just to hook it forward behind the defence, as Paul said. It's a chase for Spurt. Spurt will look to get it back to Robinson. What a difference Ross Wallace has made since he came on. Robinson with the boot forward, through the middle. Michael Duff will jump with Gastede, win the header. Next one's Hanley's. He'll last the 90, I think. Gestetti to try and win this with Duff. It's come off Duff, I think, last of all. It'll be a throw here. Spurt to take it again. A long ball into the 6-yard box. Burnley leading 2-1, but having to defend now. Hanley getting himself forward, the last of his energy to get by the penalty spot. Spur to deliver. Former Doncaster defender will get it in there, will he? Burnley got to try and win the head. There's a bit of pushing in there, might break here for Evans, but it's well wide of the target. Couldn't keep it down. Goal kick for the Clarets, 6.5 minutes, plus time added on. Burnley are close. Sean Dyche, 49 wins as a manager. Wouldn't be a bad time to get your 50th.
That'd be a nice one, wouldn't it? That'd be one to brag about. This is history being made here. If they can just see out these last 7 or 8 minutes, it'll be fantastic. And what a boost after yesterday's performance from Millwall to go and take those 3 points today. Oh, it's just superb, really, for the Clarets now.
Following games on Twitter is hard, but I was following that in the second half, and well done to Millwall, well done to Ian Holloway. That was a big result for Burnley, but Burnley leading here 2-1 in the derby with 6 minutes plus time added on remaining. Flick on from Gestede. We know about the late goals in these fixtures recently. Burnley have got to be on their guard. Trippier's got that over his shoulder, but not away. Gestede gets it down, helped on towards Feeney on that far side. Ben Mee trying to stick to him, ball in there. Oh, Trippier's got a boot in the face. Surely that's got to be a booking. Very high boot. Trippier's taking it in the face. With a free kick, Burnley. I think Trippier's going to be okay.
Yeah, I think he's okay. I think the boots are up there. I think he just came into the mid-rift and he went down very easy. He's very professional. Let's bide a little time. Let's waste that time and get Burnley up the field as quick as possible.
Just keep going forward, Burnley. That's how they've turned the game round. They've got to keep pushing.
Yeah, don't just think job's done now. Don't just sit on it. I can see there's a slight change. Danny Ings has come right back into the midfield 4, which may be a bad thing in a way. We want to try and get him running in behind. He's not really a defensive sort of striker, is he? So we want to try and get him working up there with Barnes and causing Blackburn problems still behind.
He's played a little bit this season, just on occasions in that row. He likes picking it up and running at defences, and he could do it in these final 5 minutes, plus time added on, remember. Not giving too many trainers second half. Conscious of what Mike Dean does. He's a very, very experienced referee. Keene does well. Michael Keene up against Barnes, but Marnie's won it. Gets it forward again. Keene to find it. Some high boots in there. It's helped on towards Gestede. Looking here for Conway. Michael Duff across to win it. Hits it against his man, but it'll break here for Gestede. Burnley didn't really want that. Gestede in a bit of space, but he's running to trouble. David Jones has nicked the ball. Clears it into the opposing half. And Barnes will chase. Hanley to it first, back to his keeper. It's 4 minutes now, plus time added on. Robinson finds Keene. It's goals from Shackle and from Innings. 2 goals in 7 second half minutes. Turn the game on its head. Blackburn Rovers 1, Burnley 2. Here's Feeney. Feeney's got an overlap from Henley if he needs him. In the middle is Rhodes and Gestede. Here's Evans. Evans inside for Lowe. Burnley got to close him down. Using Spur. Burnley sitting back a little. Here's Conway. Can be a danger. Conway coming inside. Finds Hanley. Tense moments in the game now, and Hanley's lost it to Barnes, but Hanley just recovers himself. Barnes thought he was fouled. Touch back by Lowe to the keeper. Here's Robinson. Big pump forward from him. Gestede will jump with Shackle. Shackle's won that header, but it'll break on the far side for Feeney. Tense moments in the derby here. Feeney to deliver a ball in there. It's dangerous. Rhodes to try and reach it, but Burnley should get it away through Arfield here, but Feeney closing him down. That's a foul. Already booked Feeney. Has to be careful. Mike Dean won't take any action there. Free kick's enough. And Burnley will take their time now. So close, Paul.
Yeah, very close now, but good defending from the back 4. Michael Duff and Shackle being very, very strong in there, watching their runners. You know Blackburn are going to put you under pressure for these last 5 minutes. They're going to stick the balls in now. It's now about our back 4 being warriors, sticking their head on there, and also our goalkeeper coming out to take the pressure off.
Tony Morley and Brian Hall were the scorers last time Burnley beat Blackburn Rovers. It was 2-1 that day, 1979. My word, that is a long time ago in football terms. It's back with Ben Mee on the halfway line. It was special for him because he was sent off last year, but still some way to go here, Burnley. 2 minutes plus time added on remain. Ben Mee's hit that against his man, and they'll break with the ball on that far side. There's Rhodes in the middle looking for him, but Shackle to it first. It absolutely, it's Michael Duff in fact to it first to clear it, and that's a throw. Burnley have got to be careful, don't want to give the ball away in their own half. It's with Henley. Touch back to the taker again. Here's Evans. Evans for Lowe. Lowe will take it on. Jason Lowe, Wigan born, England under 21 international. He's found Conway, dangerous man, Conway. He's got Feeney wide right, uses Henley. Tense moments here at Ewood Park. Good challenge from Ben Mee, but it'll break for Henley again. Henley to try and deliver. He's got Evans inside. 90 seconds plus time added on remain. Here's Michael Keene on loan from Manchester United. Looks to feed Spur, won't keep it in play. That'll be a throw to Burnley. And we're in the situation now where we're cheering throw-ins.
Yes, we are. We're going to cheer absolutely everything. The Burnley have just changed their formation now. They've gone with a 4-5-1. Arfield slotted into the centre of midfield with Jones and Marnie. Danny's gone out on the left wing and Wallace out on this right wing. And Barnes is left to play up front all by himself.
Sandwich between two defenders there, between Spur and Keene, but wins the throw. Final minute of the 90. Burnley leading here by 2-1. Jason Shackle and Danny Ings, the scorers. Barnes can't reach that. Trippier will jump and win a fine header. Barnes to take it down, finds Ross Wallace. Marnie battling away. Everybody wants a piece of the ball now. Conway goes back to his keeper. We'll know shortly from the fourth official. I think it might be 3 or 4 minutes. I wouldn't expect it to be anything more. Duff to win a header. Burnley have got to make amends for last year. Duff to reach it, did well, but full stretch. Back with me, waiting for the board. It'll be any minute. Long ball for Barnes to turn and chase. Hasn't won it, but it could break for Spur, and Spur will touch it back to his keeper. Always gives the crowd a lift as well when the board is held up. He's going to have a quick word with Sean Dyche. Phil Dowd is the fourth official. He's got a key part to play now. Robinson to get it in there. Burnley can't defend too deep. Yesterday with a flick on. He's found Rhodes. Rhodes in turn with a flick on. Got to wait. 4 minutes. Might be a minute more than Burnley had hoped. But 4 minutes of added time. Burnley away from their first win against their arch rival since 1979. Duff to win a header. Little break here for Spur. Plenty in the box to aim at. Come on, Burnley. It's tense here at the end. Here's Conway to try and deliver. Ball inside. Space for Lowe. Might fancy shot here, Lowe. Oh, he's hit it well. He's tipped over by Heaton. Had to be calm and careful, Heaton, and that's a decent save from the keeper.
Yeah, that's a fantastic save from Tom Heaton. Thankfully it was down the middle of the goal, so I think if it was 3 or 4 yards either side, Tom Heaton might have been in trouble. It was a great strike, but that's where Burnley have got to be careful. The back four and the midfield four are dropping off very deep. They need to get up 5 or 10 yards and stop those balls going in there.
Change for Rovers. Is it Evans making way? It is. Evans making way for Chris Taylor right at the death. They're hoping it might mean another 30 seconds perhaps. Might trying to gain a bit of time there, Gary Boyer. Conway with the delivery. Come on, Burnley, got to defend it well. It's in there and it's headed away. Headed well away by Danny Ings, but Conway will take it on again here. Oh, it's a good delivery in the danger zone. Header on target, but there's Tom Heaton. As comfortable as you'd like to take it. It's a good save. He's looking for Danny Ings, who'd just got himself right in the halfway line. Ross Wallace was alongside him. But the sensible move is to take your time.
Yeah, Danny was on, to be fair. He could have kicked it early and Danny would have probably been on a one-on-one. But take your time, there's no rush. Take the sting out of the game and frustrate these Blackburn players and fans.
Just to scoop that ball forward, Keene to win it. Hanley's gone forward now as another centre forward, and that'll test Burnley. Will Burnley want to just make another change? Maybe David Edgar could come on right at the death here. That's it, Shackle. It breaks fortunately for Guestede. The ball's behind everybody. Trippier, heavy touch though. Spur to collect it. There's nerves out there now. Here's Conway, left hand side. He'll come in, always crossing his right foot. Good delivery in there. Header on target, but Tom Heaton collects. Oh, surely we aren't going to have that late goal again. 2 minutes of added time remain. So relieved to see Tom Heaton collect that ball.
Well, it's 2 free headers now Blackburn have just had, and both times, fortunately, he hasn't quite connected like he wanted, and Tom Heaton's just literally fallen on both of those efforts.
Well, Barnes on the chase here, but Robinson will get there ahead of him, and Robinson will throw it to the floor. He's 90 seconds remaining. And Robinson nearly on the halfway line before he lets go. Pelts the ball in there. Have won the header in there, haven't they? Still might fall in there, but it's wide of the target. It'll be a goal kick. Rovers are trying everything, absolutely everything, to get an equaliser, but it's a goal kick for the Clarets. And all of a sudden, you can just see the finishing line.
We can, and those Burnley fans are whistling. They want that whistle to go. But Blackburn are really going for it at the end here. They're trying to get the ball through to Kitely because he's a handful up there. You can't quite cope with him at the moment. But if we just try and get the ball up the pitch into those corners and just see this game out.
Yeah, might have been tempted to get Edgar on just because Hanley's staying up there. Heaton with the kick inside the final minute of added time. Burnley need to keep the ball here. Marnie's got it forward. Robinson to take it down, and he'll clear it out of his hands here. Last chance for Rovers, I think. 40 seconds on the watch. Hanley to flick it on. Mead to get it away towards the halfway line. Here's Henley to head it on. Burnley have to win every header here now. Hanley to flick it on. Ings to get there. Was he caught? Burnley got a free kick inside their own half. And they're so close now. They'll take their time with it. But maybe the wait is over.
Maybe. Literally seconds left, and all they've got to do is that sensible thing. Put it in the corners. Every time they're playing the ball forward at the moment, it's going down the centre for Robinson. Put it in the corner so it goes out for a throw-in. They've then got a long way to go before they get near your goal.
Chase for Barnes. He'll want to try and take this in the corner here as he knocked over. Free kick Burnley. We've played the 4 minutes. I think that's that. Burnley ever so close. Free kick deep inside the Rovers half. Behind at half-time to that goal from Jordan Rhodes, and Shackle and Ings on target, and I think Mike Dean will let Burnley take the free kick and he'll blow, and Burnley have won against Rovers. Surely now, have a look at Mike Dean. The whistle has gone. Treasure the moment. The wait is over. 35 years in the making. Burnley have beaten Blackburn.
What a fantastic comeback, believing in themselves, manager making great changes, bringing on 2 fantastic players, and those fans, they are going to savour this moment for a long time.